Oh boy. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. The Rams survived the cold weather and the New York Jets. Now they are just inches closer to the NFC West title. But hey, still some more work to do. And we are right back in prime time action on Saturday night. Rams Cardinals preview and an opportunity to win the NFC West. This is Ramily Talk on the day after Christmas, and it starts right now.
Maybe you from the 1970s, when the Los Angeles Rams was known as the Prison Foursome because of that defensive line. Or maybe you in the city of St. Louis, the gateway to the Midwest, where the greatest show on turf brought home the first ever Super Bowl championship. Or maybe you in the here and now, with the Rams back in LA, winners of Super Bowl 56. You can rock Eric Dickerson. You can rock Marshall Faulk, Isaiah Bruce, and Kurt Warner. Or maybe you rocking Cooper Cup, Aaron Donald, and Matthew Stafford. It doesn't matter, because when it comes to this, it's all about the Los Angeles Rams. Horns up, Rams South. Time to talk Rams football.
What's up, Ramily? How y'all doing? Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Hope you got all the presents that you needed, got everything that you wanted, got to enjoy some football, some basketball, and just enjoyed the Christmas spirit. Okay. I was able to do so. But I'm here. It is Thursday. I didn't know when I was going to do it. I said Thursday because tonight's game is very important. We don't play tonight, but tonight's game is very important because you have the Seattle Seahawks traveling to Soldier Field to take on the Chicago Bears. So, yes, that game is very important for us. Nevertheless, I am here ready to rock and roll because guess what? We're going to jump right into it. We're not going to waste any time. It's, it's the day after Christmas and we have some things to talk about. So, let me go in here. Let me get you ready for the rest of the week. All right, we was in the Meadowlands to take on the New York Jets last week, and 19-9 win for the Los Angeles Rams. Completely shut them out in the second half. Chris Shoulders and this young defense, they are starting to play good football. This young defense is playing good football. Shout out Aaron Rodgers. They shout out Aaron Rodgers. Now they did. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams connected. That was the first touchdown of the game. Missed extra point. We answer back. We missed the extra point. They get the field goal at the end of the half. They go into halftime up 9-6 on us, and we outscored them in the fourth quarter 13-0. What can you say? It's a lovely ride for the Rams right now. 9-6 on the season. You cannot be mad at that. I mean, there you go, you statistic. 321 yards for the Jets. They had 2 turnovers. We had 1 turnover. Matthew Stafford first turnover in the last, I think, 3 games. He threw a pick, overthrew to Marcus Robinson. But hey, it happens. The Jets control time possession, little over 4 minutes of time possession. But hey, guess what? We still won the game. That's all that matters. We have 19. They had 9. They couldn't do nothing. Multiple fourth down starts by the defense. Multiple fourth down starts by the defense. I'm loving this defense. Loving this young defense. They are coming together. And you see the statistics here. Aaron Rodgers passed with 256 and a touchdown. Matthew Stafford, he did throw a touchdown. Shout out Tyler Higbee. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back, Tyler Higbee. Good to see you on the field. You got your touchdown in your first game back. You got the game ball. Great to you. But hey, we need to show Kyren Williams love, okay? 23 carries, 122 yards and a touchdown. They rode Kyren Williams when they needed to. He was toting the rock. He was being physical. He was getting yards, and he got himself back in the end zone. And another reason why we need to give Kyren Williams credit, despite the fact that Saquon and Derrick Henry has been killing the league with their new teams, Kyren Williams is the third leading rusher in the National Football League. For us Ram fans, we need to be appreciative. He's top 3 in rushing yards. Now Josh Jacobs is on his heels but Josh Jacobs has a big game coming up too. That's also important for us, and I'll get to that later. But look at this. Of course, Saquon Barkley might break 2,000 yards this season. Derrick Henry, he might break 1,800 yards this season. But Kyren Williams is right there at 1,243 rushing yards. Kyren Williams is having a hell of a season. But he's not really talked about because of the other two running backs for obvious reason. And us Ramily fans, we haven't really been giving Kyren Williams the support that he deserves. He's been toting a rock for us. All right. Now I do love the fact that we are using Blake Corum a little bit more to help spell him, so he doesn't get beat up too much. Let Blake Corum, let the rookie get in there, get some carries in there, help spell Kyren Williams. But Kyren Williams has been toting the rock for us on the running game, and the running game has been doing good. He is over 1,200 yards rushing, and the way he's been running, the way he's been running, he might get to 1,500 yards rushing. The way he's been running, but we got 2 games left. But we shall see. Got 2 games left. It is very reasonable, very reasonable for him to get 1,500. But hey, shout out to Kyren Williams for doing your part, especially against the Jets, man. So the rant's about the cold weather. That's about Aaron Rodgers. It's about the New York Jets. But you know what? We got help. We didn't even ask for it, but we got help anyway, and we gonna damn sure take it. Because guess what? The rest of the division lost. Carolina knocked off the Cardinals in overtime. Miami took care of the San Francisco 49ers. And the Minnesota Vikings went up to the Pacific Northwest and knocked off the Seattle Seahawks. And with those losses, this is what you have. The San Francisco 49ers had been officially eliminated. The Arizona Cardinals had been officially eliminated from playoff contention. So that means no 49ers in the playoffs. So there'll be no NFC championship rematch between the 49ers and the Detroit Lions. The Arizona Cardinals have been eliminated, so we won't be seeing Kyler Murray in the playoffs yet again. And then the Seahawks lost, which means, oh yeah. Oh, and by the way, what you don't see on here, the Cowboys, who were eliminated as well, they went on to beat the Bucks. So we moved to the 3 seed. Atlanta takes the 4 seed and the lead in the NFC South, and the Bucks dropped from what was then 3 to now 8. These 9 teams right here, these are the 9 teams that are fighting for playoff spots. Well, the Lions are in, the Eagles are in, the Vikings are in, and the Packers are in. Those 4 teams are in. You got the NFC West still up for battle between us and the Seahawks. You have the NFC South up for battle between the Falcons and the Bucks, which puts the Falcons in great position because they swept the Bucks, which doesn't look good for Tampa Bay, but we still see how that plays out. But nevertheless, this is where we at. We are at the 3 seed right now. We are the 3 seed right now, okay? So, couple more games to be played. Got a lot of crazy statistics that we're going to go over. It's going to be interesting to see how this works because just think about it. There's going to be a 13 or 14 win team that's going to be in the wild card spot, and they have to travel on the road because they're a wild card team. That's how crazy it is. You see the Rams, you see the Falcons, you see the Bucks, and you see the Seahawks. Two of those four teams are going to host wild card games, and it's going to be against teams that's probably won 13, 14 games. That is crazy. Maybe 12. Because the Lions and the Vikings, they are tied for the North, with the Lions holding the advantage, but they have a matchup in week 18 against each other. The loser of that game is going to probably be the fifth seed. And if they're the fifth seed, they are traveling to most likely the Atlanta Falcons or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFC South. Then you have the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers will probably finish with 12 and 5. They're going to have to come on the road and most likely either face us or the Seahawks in the wild card game. And then you have the Commanders. And the Commanders most likely going to be traveling to Philly for a third matchup with the Eagles. That's what it stands at right now. And that's what it looks like because Packers, I think I can see the Packers staying at the 6th spot. I don't see the Commanders catching them. So I see the Commanders locked into the 7th spot. So which means they'll be traveling to most likely Philly because I think the runner, whoever wins between the Lions and the Lions and the Vikings in week 18 will get home field advantage in the first round bye. And the other one will be traveling to most likely the winner between us and the Seahawks whoever wins the NFC West. So we'll be seeing. Oh no, I take that back. They'll be seeing the winner of the NFC South. We'll be seeing we'll be seeing the Green Bay Packers, and we want the Green Bay Packers. We want payback, okay? Because you shouldn't have beat us. You shouldn't have beat us in week 5. You got away from us in week 5. We want to see you again. We want our payback, all right? And we're healthy. See, when y'all played us in week 5, we didn't have Cooper Kupp, we didn't have Puka Nacua, we didn't have the offensive line we got right now. But our defense was sure getting into Jordan Love's face, made him throw a pick 6 because he didn't want to take a safety. So yes, we want to see the Packers again. Please bring the Packers to us. But let's not jump ahead. We still have to capture the NFC West. That's our only way to the playoffs. That is our only way to the playoffs. Is the NFC West crown. All right. So with that being said, as we do, I'm going to take the break. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and show you the division. This is where we stand at the division right now. Okay. We have a game ahead of the Seahawks. Remember, we have the tiebreaker with the Seahawks too because we beat them in the first meet, but we have another meet with them in week 18. But if certain things take place, week 18 won't even matter if certain things take place. So, with that being said, we're going to take our commercial break here. And then when we come back, we're going to dive into the division and all the types of ways the Rams can clinch the NFC West title in week 17. And don't have to worry about week 18. We'll be back.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Into the Net FC.
Kylian Mbappe just all of a sudden finally understood his role, and I think he finally understood that everything Kylian Mbappe has accomplished already, there is still a hell of a lot waiting for him in the future. Kylian Mbappe is only 24 years old. He has accomplished so much, and you know what? Kylian Mbappe has not even reached his prime. Finally seeing, the Marcus Rashford we have been hoping for such a long time, But, this game, after everything Manchester United has been, doing lately, this was actually the ultimate test, to see if Manchester United, honestly was all of a sudden for real.
I explained this. The United States, maybe they have to suffer this loss as a lesson to learn to prepare for the future. Because 4 years from now, The World Cup is in not one, not two, but 3 countries: the United States of America, Canada, and Mexico. Into the NFC is available on all streaming platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and YouTube.
Sports fans are gearing up, whether it be for the madness of March, whether it be for the Super Bowl, or even a little thing called WrestleMania. You can get all that at Fanatics, where they have a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, the NHL, the NCAA, and the WWE. So go on and show that pride, that passion, that dedication fan that you are by whipping your team, your league, or your favorite player. Fanatics, official license, everything.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete! 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 Delete!
Join these 2 football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. This is a BS3 Network presentation.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ramily Talk here on this day after Christmas Day, December 26, 2024. And then, next week, it'll be 2025. It'll be New Year's Day. Interesting. This year has gone. It's been a fun year, must say. But let's get back to it now as I left you off. As you know, the Rams, we have a 1-game lead over the Seattle Seahawks. All right. And week 17 can be clinched for the NFC West crown without week 18 meaning anything, but it's not the end all be all because we do play the Seahawks week 18, okay? So if it means something, we'll do what we do. If it don't mean something, we're still going to give you a show no regardless. But hey, we have opportunities to clinch in week 17. Okay? We have opportunities to clinch in week 17. And here we go. It says, here are the ways that we can clinch, all right? First way is we beat the Cardinals when we owe them a payback, and the Seahawks lose tonight at Chicago. That's one way. Second way is we can beat the Cardinals. No matter what, we need to beat the Cardinals because my only motivation for the team is going to be a very quick one for them when it comes to the Cardinals. Plus, clinching strength of victory tiebreak over the Seahawks with 4 wins from the Bengals, Commanders, Bills, 49ers, Vikings, and Browns. The third way we can clinch the NFC West title, a loss to the Cardinals and the Seahawks tied with the Bears tonight. So, before anybody loses their mind, I'm gonna guide you through it. So, here's all the games in order how they matter. Tonight, Seattle is at Chicago. A Bears win for us makes it simple. We beat the Cardinals, we clinched the title. Okay, but the other games that have impact for us in this scenario. Before we play Saturday night, the game before us at 4:30 on NFL Network is the Denver Broncos at the Cincinnati Bengals. Then Sunday, you have the New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins at the Cleveland Browns. Green Bay is at Minnesota. Atlanta is at Washington. And on Monday Night Football, you have Detroit and San Francisco. Okay. Those is all the games that matter to the NFC West picture, meaning us, the Los Angeles Rams. Now, let's take just the Seattle and Bears out the equation. Let's take us and the Cardinals out the equation because we're the only two teams that are fighting, all right? The whole strength of record thing is this, okay? Out of these 6 games here, Denver Broncos at Cincinnati, the New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins at the Cleveland Browns, the Green Bay Packers at the Minnesota Vikings, the Atlanta Falcons at the Washington Commanders, and the Detroit Lions at the San Francisco 49ers. If we can get 4 wins here from certain teams, we can clinch strength of record. We get that tiebreaker, and we win the NFC West. And the crazy thing is, all the teams we need to root for are all the home teams. So we need to root for the Bengals, the Bills, the Browns, the Vikings, the Commanders, and the 49ers. Yes. By the way, yes. There is a chance that we must root for the 49ers. Yes, that is correct. And I can hear y'all. Okay. Yes, that is correct. We need the 49ers to beat Detroit, which is quite possible, by the way, because all the injuries that Detroit got. It's quite possible. Now, for safe argument, I love the Bills' chance to beat the Jets. I love the Commanders' chance to beat the Falcons because they started Michael Penix Jr., who he looked good in his first game, but hey, you win against the Giants. That's a good way to start, but you're going to Washington now. So now, if those two things happen, we just need 2 more wins from the home team. So we need either the Bengals to beat the Broncos, the Browns to beat the Dolphins, the Vikings to beat the Packers, and the 49ers to beat the Lions. If we can just get 4 of those, no matter what order they come in, we can get 4 of them. Now, the Bengals and the Broncos are a very interesting game because both teams are fighting for playoff spots. The Bengals playoff spot is not over yet. If they lose to the Broncos, it will be. So I'm looking for a fired up Bengals team to come out firing on all cylinders to beat the Broncos. So that could be possibly 3. Can we get 1 more? If it's below 40 degrees at Cleveland when it's kickoff time between the Browns and the Dolphins, I love the Browns' chances. But if it's over 40, I like Miami to win that game, for being honest. Green Bay and Minnesota, they going to run it back. And we shall see. I think the Vikings won at Green Bay, so they're looking for the sweep. So, and they're at home, so that's a good chance. And like I said earlier, Detroit got a lot of injuries, so that game could be up for grabs. Just a simple fact that Detroit has so many. They have so many injuries. It's almost a Christmas list for how many injuries Detroit has. That's how bad it is. So that's why I said the 49ers actually might have a chance to actually win that game. So it's very doable. We beat the Cardinals, and we can get 4 of these teams to win at home. We're going to clinch the NFC West, and Week 18 don't even matter. I'll go back to it again for you, just so you know. Number 2. A win over the Cardinals plus clinching strength of record tiebreaker over Seattle with 4 wins from the Cincinnati Bengals, the Cleveland Browns, the Washington Commanders, the Buffalo Bills, the Minnesota Vikings, and the San Francisco 49ers. There are 3 ways that Week 18 would not even matter. 3 ways. One of the main things is us beating the Cardinals, all right? And with that being said, I'm not going to dive into what I normally do, go into details of what we need to do or how to do it. It's very simple. Remember this, Rams. Remember this. This is week 2. This is your motivation. They whooped our ass in their own building, 41-10. They beat the holy hell out of us. Now they're eliminated from the playoffs, so they have nothing to play for now. We trying to capture the NFC West title. They are done. But they gonna remember that ass whooping that they gave us. And now remember, we didn't have Cooper Kupp. No, actually Cooper Kupp got hurt in that game. We didn't have Puka Nacua. And we didn't have this offensive line that we have now. And this defense, there was their second game playing together. Now they got all these games together. Now they're starting to round into shape. So this is y'all motivation, Rams. Forget Seattle. Forget all the other games. They beat us like a blown-headed stepchild. They whooped our ass out in Arizona. We owe them one. Let's make sure they get it. Saturday night, prime time in Los Angeles, SoFi Stadium. Let's get this dub. Because that's the main part of this whole scenario. We get payback on the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray. Let's get it done, Rams. I know y'all can. And that's it. That's all I got for you on this post-Christmas Day show of Ramily Talk. Let's handle business. Let's get this dub on the Rams. And let's see where the chips may fall. And let's see if rate team has any matter. Or we can just watch some players and get ready for the postseason. We shall see. But this is the Playmaker here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Ramily Talk is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. You can catch the video part of this on our YouTube channel, the Playmaker Ball YouTube channel. And from there, deuces. Thank you for tuning in to Ramily Talk. Ramily Talk is sponsored by Fanatics, Lids, and Paramount Plus. Get your favorite sports appeal with Fanatics or Lids, and get great streaming service with Paramount Plus. If you want to donate to the program, you can donate to us via Cash App, $D Playmakers. That is again, $D Playmakers. And remember, you can follow and subscribe to Ramily Talk on all podcast directories, including Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. And those of you who are on Apple, leave us a great review, leave comments on how you feel about Ramily Talk and the episode that you listen to. Tune in again next time for more Ramily Talk, hosted by the Playmaker.